What's cracking? What's cracking? Welcome back to the Law Podcast, episode number 2 on a fine Sunday afternoon summer. As always, it's Chase here.
And I'm Jared.
And today we're going to be talking about a whole wide variety of topics, just really getting into the law and the funnies. So first, I want to talk about, I just came back from moving from college and I went on a huge shopping spree because I've grown out all my clothes, and I was in shopping at all my favorite stores, and I stopped off at Polo because they were having some fire deals at the outlets. And I was walking.
Wait, which outlets?
The Tampa outlets.
Oh, the new outlets. I like those outlets.
They're pretty good. They have crazy deals, and they have like back to school sales. So I walk into Polo, and hanging up, they have a limited edition tie-dye polo shirt. I'm like,
that's
wow.
Pretty fresh. That's pretty fresh.
It looks fire, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna get these regular shirts. I just got the regular branded shirt, and then I finally see. I'm like, dude, it's limited edition. It's just $2.6. So I grab it off the wall, and it just fired tie-dye because I like tie-dye. But then it got me thinking, like, with the rainbow flag and gay pride, like, do people just implicitly associate tie-dye and rainbow to homosexuality these days?
I think it really depends on how you wear it. If you're rocking it, if you could rock the tie-dye and it looks good, then you'll be fine. I mean, I personally, I love that blue tie-dye shirt that I got from Walmart, and I have a couple other tie-dye pieces, like a tie-dye sweatshirt and shit. But I don't think that's gay. I feel like if it's like explicitly the rainbow, like Roy G. Biv, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, all those colors all stacked on top of each other, then like that's gay pride. That's gay pride. But tie-dye is kind of a mix of all colors and I
never thought about that.
Yeah.
So you think it's more of just the actual rainbow design rather than a mixture of vibrant, crazy colors have those colors.
Yeah, exactly. And how you rock it as well. Because you could come out in a full tie-dye fit, like tie-dye shorts and like a tie-dye tank top and like a tight one, and you're a man.
That's something that would like.
And you'll look pretty gay.
That's something that like Russ would wear.
Yeah. Something like Russell Westbrook would walk out to the game looking like a tie-dyed up.
I do fuck with how the NBA does have fashion, and they have a dress code kind of policy walking into the stadium. And even as we see in the bubble, we have LeBron coming in with the drip.
Yeah, LeBron.
Kawhi walking.
He just looked slides. He looked like he was about to go to his ice machine in his hotel, or he was about to go over to his friends to smoke a blunt. But LeBron came in with the fucking the shirt and the matching shorts. I kind of like that. I like that fit. I think the NBA's had some whack fits in the past. I don't know if you remember during the finals when he was doing suits but they were suits with shorts.
At first, I didn't fuck with the short suits, but now
I kind of fuck with it. I fuck with the vibes.
It's definitely a statement, but I'd have to wear it to like a wedding or something, like a wedding.
Yeah, and I think he rocked it pretty well. If he didn't rock it well, obviously he would have been absolutely clowned for it. He probably was clowned for it.
I think when you're just dressing yourself, like, you just got to be conscious of like what colors you look fire in and which colors you don't. Like, I didn't even know I was a yellow guy till today, and I put this on, and I'm like, wow, I'm a yellow guy. And obviously you got a fire kit again.
Another fire kit.
Coming back with the throwback Man U.
Yeah, the 94, 95.
Beautiful.
Half canary yellow green kit. Eric Cantona on the back. You really can't go wrong. This cost me a pretty penny, but it's a gorgeous kit.
Beautiful.
I had to add it to my collection.
So I think I didn't know I was a yellow guy until today. I put that shit on. It was
you're awesome. Definitely a yellow guy. You're a yellow guy. You're a purple guy.
Purple. I was about to just mention lavender. Yeah. Everybody says lavender.
Yeah, you're a purple guy.
That's funny. But it's weird how like different people from different areas wear different colors. Like all the kids that I'm friends with that live from Miami exclusively wear dark black or dark navy blue shirts with no design on it. Just a solid black shirt.
Just
solid
a solid
black
shirt.
Solid navy or in ripped jeans. And I'm
do they wear those like long shirts that like have like
exactly. I didn't know how to explain it, but like it kind of droops over.
Yeah, it's a long shirt. Yeah.
What is that shit? I don't know.
I don't know
some weird shit in Miami.
I don't know the like explicit term for it, but I'd call it a long shirt because it is a fucking long shirt. And
So
it's
like
got that V on the side. Yeah. I think it.
I knew exactly what you were talking about. Yeah, long shirt. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think I could rock it. I've thought
Nah.
about rocking it, but no,
I mean,
it's
yeah,
really not my
it's
style.
not our style from around here, like the beachy vibe. So it was so clown when uh, my roommate Brian Gilligan, Ned Ziegler, went to Orlando. Is from Orlando and just rocks the normal khakis and shit. But then he was forced to wear a Miami fit one day, and he looked stuck out like a sore thumb. He was
with
wearing
with
ripped
with ripped
jeans.
acid wash jeans.
Yeah, and he was like, "What the hell is this Orlando ass white boy doing in ripped acid wash jeans?" Like, holy fuck, it was funny as shit.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't belong in that kind of fit. I think he belongs in more of like a turtleneck fit.
Yeah, definitely some dad vibes, or like a Columbia shirt with the wide brim hat.
Yeah, why and cargo shorts and some chacos. Add to that, you got the full
Yeah,
fit.
definitely don't wear that.
That's what
But
my dad wears.
but speaking about summer outfits and just short shorts and vibrant colors, summertime means summer drinking games. Am I right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what's like some favorite drinking games?
I like beer pong, obviously
Beer
classic.
pong is a
Flip
mm,
cup is another classic. I also like beer die, and our friend Melman, he actually said that he was going to make a beer die table, and he said he was going to have it done by August 1st. He said
for
this.
when I was coming home for college from
Right,
home. Yeah,
correct, on August 1st,
it was
and
like a sentimental value, like it was important.
right, and he said I will have this beer die table done, completely done by August 1st, and
That was
let
two
me.
weeks ago.
That
That was
was
two
two.
weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And today is August 2nd. And yesterday he sent us a picture of just some
A
random
plank
wood.
of
Yeah,
wood.
yeah, a
He
plank
could
of
have
wood.
found that in a fucking garbage station. Like what? And he thinks
Yeah,
that was an excuse.
yeah. And he thought, hey, well, I did get to paint it. Well, you said 2 weeks ago that you'd have it done August 1st. And all you have is a plank of wood, and you're talking about, oh well, you making all these excuses. But you said 2 weeks ago. It's not like we pressured you into it. It's you said 2 weeks ago, I will have this beer die table done, and it's not. It's just a empty blank plank of wood. I don't
Yeah,
know how.
don't say, that's what I hate about people. You like when you say shit, you got to live up to your word.
Yeah, don't over promise and under deliver.
Yo, but the best feeling is when you hit a sinker and beer die, and it's just plop.
Yep, just a little plop. You toss it up there, and it
And then
plops
you run
right in.
around like a madman, like a screaming banshee, like yeah,
Yeah. You really can't get any better than that. There's nothing better than the feeling of sweet victory.
sweet victory.
Ah,
Now, sweet victory was not given to uh,
yeah,
the Blues of
unfortunately.
Chelsea.
Up the Gooners, up the Gooners.
Yesterday, the
Uh,
FA Cup final, closing out the domestic English play, let's say, Arsenal versus Chelsea, as you heard our score predictions last episode.
I nailed it. I nailed the score prediction 2-1.
But the
Unfortunately,
reversed way.
yeah, it was the reverse, but I did nail the score prediction. It was 2-1. Two goals from Gabon captain and Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who has absolutely one of the worst hairstyles and hairlines I've ever seen. But but you can't discount him on that. He puts the ball in the back of the net. He had a penalty. He had a gorgeous chip. And Pulisic, a great goal to start the
Yep.
game. He pulled up injured though. Hopefully he makes a great recovery, a quick recovery. But absolutely a great game from Arsenal. A surprisingly great game from the Arsenal back line. I really thought
They
Chelsea had
played
it.
well.
Yeah, they surprisingly played very well. Arsenal, not known for playing well as of late, actually known for playing very poorly as of late. But they really pulled one out of the hat, pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and captured their third FA Cup final in I want to say 5 or 6 years, which puts them at 14 FA Cups, uh, two ahead of United. Not particularly happy, but I mean,
So
it's
what
football is
was it? What
football.
did it mean that since they won the FA Cup, they automatically qualified for European football? Is that a
Yeah. So the way it works is I don't know how it works in places outside of England, but the way it works in England is the domestic cup winner, if they did not already qualify, I believe if they did not already qualify and they win the FA Cup, they automatically qualify for the qualification stage of the Europa League, which means they'll have to play a qualifying tie, some random team from probably Slovakia or like Albania or something, to have a playoff into the Europa League group stage. And I think if they had qualified from the league, then the runner-up in that game would have qualified for Europe, but that wouldn't have really mattered because Chelsea already qualified for the
Yeah,
qualification round of the
bro.
Champions League.
You know what's something so absurd that one of my friends said to me? He said that lacrosse is first a better sport than soccer, and that lacrosse is going to be one of the biggest sports in America soon. I'm like, holy shit, nobody likes lacrosse, one. And
Yeah,
two, esports is like 20 million times bigger than lacrosse. Like, lacrosse is literally, if you have all the sports up here, and then you had like 20 million piles of shit,
lacrosse would be
and then you dug a 20 million mile foot hole, lacrosse would be
at the
2
bottom
feet
of the
under
hole.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. They had some lacrosse MLL on TV. Not a big fan. Actually, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
To be quite honest.
Bro,
I hate
this kid, I was in my apartment, and this kid was watching the PLL and like screaming like an ape every time they scored. I'm like, dude, it's not even that impressive
yeah.
or that good a goal. I feel like I could walk out there right now with a stick and run
The
around.
stick in, yeah, you're literally just
There's no
slinging a
skill like the
ball. Yeah, there's no,
beautiful footwork of
yeah, like
magical football or
yeah,
any
exactly.
basketball, any sport. And
Yeah, there's really just a shitty game. Who the fuck wants to watch that shit? It's
there's a reason
garbage.
it's only played at Prep School America, nowhere else in
Yeah,
the goddamn world.
yeah, exactly. And does it look like I want to watch a bunch of men in masks run around with these fucking sticks, slinging them around like it's like hockey but worse.
I know,
Like
but
like it's like hockey but not exciting.
not as cool or as
Yeah,
fast
not as
paced.
cool or as fast paced or exciting. You're just
Yeah,
running around on a field with a stick.
like they're on ice skating backwards. Like, it's magical. It's impressive. It's very fast. It's very, and they're just
Yeah,
walking around like this. Like,
yeah,
they could
yeah, with
they
a
could have done that in
stick.
the 200 million years ago.
Yeah, yeah. The blind sisters of William and Mary could play that sport. It's pretty fucking easy sport. I
You
can't.
know,
Or not an easy sport, just a stupid sport. Who the fuck wants to spend
it's
their time watching that?
infuriating it's infuriating when people like just don't put the respect on the good sports. And what's
Yeah,
also infuriating is fucking campers in Warzone, bro.
yeah. I mean,
I know you're the
if you've
camper.
yeah, if you've ever played with me, you will know I'm a rage machine.
Yeah.
If you're camping in Warzone, first of all, let me say this: if you ever use a riot shield in Warzone, you're a lame ass fucking. I will never play with you. You deserve to have the shit beat out of you, like straight up. If you fucking use a riot shield, like you're a little camper, you're camping like in a little corner with your riot shield up. No way, you're. God, I hate them. I hate them so
They
much.
need the guillotine.
Yeah, it gets me so frustrated. You should literally be castrated on the spot. And if you're
And
camping with a
forced to
riot
eat your
shield,
testicles.
yeah, and forced to eat your
And then
testicles
beheaded.
raw and then beheaded.
Ugh.
Exactly. I don't know how many times I've been killed
And
by
it's like
someone with a riot shield
it's
and
like it takes
absolutely
up a space of your inventory. Like, it's not an extra thing. If it was an extra thing, I'd kind of understand. It's still
yeah,
stupid, but like,
it's a use. Yeah, I guess it's useful if it would take a third slot in your inventory, but you literally have a gun and most of the time people who use riot shields don't even have guns. They just have a knife. So they run up as fast as they can right to you and they just knife you before you can even shoot them. It's the stupidest thing on the planet.
what's the
Like if
point of
you
even playing the
yeah,
game?
yeah, what's the point of even playing fucking Call of Duty? Like go fucking play another game. You're fucking using a knife and a riot shield. This is Call of Duty, not fucking tag. Like
Yeah.
it frustrates the hell out of me. I'm a pure rager. I'm a purist of the game. Um, if
Yeah.
you use a fucking riot shield, you're a lame. And if I found you and you're using a riot shield, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Like
Yeah. I
end
guess
the
we're just on the
discussion.
topic of infuriating shit
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah. It's really
So I guess to
infuriating
continue
Sunday.
that infuriating Sunday. Yeah, to continue that idea, that trend. And let's talk about people that don't respond in your group chats of like small group chats and big group chats. Like let's let me go on a monologue. If you're in a group chat, you have to be first an active participant who contributes to the funnies, the banter, the overall communication. You do not want to be that one kid's number who's just sitting there and doesn't say one fucking thing, like a lame. Like,
yeah, what's the point of even being in a group chat? Why are you in the group chat if you're just going to sit there and not say anything? You're in the group chat to speak for a reason.
So recently, last night, Jared and I were in a group chat of like 5 or 6 people, and it's usually just us talking back and forth because nobody else can respond because who knows why? They don't know the law. But
yeah, there's really no reason why you can't respond in a group chat, especially if a conversation is being had and you do respond, but it's about something completely nonsensical that nobody cares about, like the New York Mets. You can't do that if we're having a conversation about
join in.
Yeah, regardless of the conversation we're having about the topic, and after not speaking for a long time, you come in and you add this nonsense information about something that doesn't even matter instead of contributing to the conversation. Why couldn't you just contribute to the conversation instead of just interjecting with this random nonsense material that nobody cares about?
Pop in and out of the group chat. Say one thing, dip for 24 hours. Say one thing, dip for 3 years. Say one thing, and it's just like fucking Whack-A-Mole.
It's like a game. It's like a game of Whack-A-Mole. They stick their head up, and if you hit them, they hang out for a little bit, but they always pop back down, and they're always popping up, interjecting and adding these little nonsense. But before you can hook them, they disappear right back into the center of the machine.
They're sneaky for sure. Yeah. I've never been able to figure them out yet, but they're sneaky.
Yeah, I can't fathom being a Whack-A-Mole kind of person in a group chat. I need to be present, ever present.
To be the alpha king of men.
Yeah. The men of men who are men always know that in order to be a men of men who are men, that you must be active and responsive in a group chat.
And if you're busy, like, that's understandable. Just say, "Yo, I'm busy. I'm not going to respond for a week, like 2 days, like I don't know,
a week. What are you doing? That's
I don't know. You might be camping in the woods, but like that's a reasonable. If it's reasonable, like the law is all about rationale and understanding and love and compassion. So like as long as you just behave like a normal human being, like
just hey, if you're busy, if you're at dinner with your parents, say, hey, I'm at dinner with my parents. I can't really talk right now, and obviously you're not going to get harassed for not contributing to the group chat because you were busy.
Exactly.
But the rest is completely inexcusable. If you are in a group chat, participate. What's the point of even being in a group chat if you're not going to participate? It's like 2 + 2 is like 7, but 2 + 2 is 4.
Weird, but
yeah.
In a different group chat I was in, people have really been hyping up just like these festivals that are, I mean, it's really just, I believe in the past 5 years that like the growth of EDM and festival stuff is like on the rise. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been a fan of EDM music. I'm a big Diplo fan.
Diplo's the man.
I really like Diplo, but a lot of this music sounds like Transformers fucking.
I was just about to say that. I don't want to pay a lot of money to hear robots having sex. I'll listen to good, well-produced electronic music, but I don't want to hear like
and I don't want to be in a giant
or feel like I'm gonna seize.
Yeah, and I don't want to be in a giant field surrounded by hot, sweaty, gross people dressed up like fucking naked giraffes in skimpy bathing suits who are like swinging their hair, like smacking people with their hair to this robot fucking. It's ridiculous. Like, you literally paid at least $400 to go stand in a field and shake your head up and down to this like robot porn noises that I could literally make by fucking jamming the keys on my computer and making it go, and you're paid money. You paid a lot of money. What I could do a lot of things.
Yeah, $400 and like even the big. the bigger ones like 500, 600, like.
Yeah, and you have to travel to a lot of these places. You have to also pay for a place to stay just to hang out in a
Oh
field
my gosh, it's an
and
expensive hobby for
yeah,
these people.
yeah. I can't get
I'd be
behind
I'd
that.
be down to try like a cool one, like Ultra, but like I wouldn't
It's
be.
mostly yeah, it's mostly robot fucking noises, and I
Oh,
wouldn't.
at Ultra too?
Yeah, it's all EDM.
Oh,
I mean, some of the music you can't. I can't knock some of that music. Some of that music is pretty good, but a lot of it is also fucking just
right.
garbage.
So the
But
price
that
just will never make it worth it.
yeah, it's not really worth it. I'd rather just sit at home and put my headphones on and listen to my own music.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, yeah,
Headphones are crazy these days. I just got the new AirPods Pro and the noise cancellation go insane. It's like you can't hear shit.
yeah. I have the first generation AirPods. Yeah, mine don't really noise cancel. They kind of fit in my ears. But these are noise canceling. These Beats that I have on now, these are old Beats Studios with monster sound.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, super old. I got them on Groupon. I think shout out Groupon. Um,
Yo, my neighbor actually founded Groupon. He's the man.
for real?
Yeah. He founded it and sold it. Yeah, Sean Burkeson. Shout out Sean Burkeson.
That's I wish I could like think of an idea like that and then sell it.
Yeah, I hope I can do that one day.
Yeah, because a lot of these companies will buy like didn't like Facebook buy MySpace for like millions of
Oh, and
dollars just
Instagram. Well, you know, Elon Musk got rich because he was one of the founders of
a
PayPal.
PayPal, right? Yeah,
He
yeah,
sold
yeah.
P- he sold PayPal for millions, and
And
then
then
you
and
can
then
do
he
whatever you want. You can start your own company, invest, travel. Like that's
get a hair transplant like Elon Musk did.
he did.
Yeah, yeah. The options are really endless when you have like that extrinsic, like extensive stream of money of currency flowing into your bank account after
Right.
selling a multi-million dollar, multi-billion dollar idea.
Definitely.
Uh,
But about the money, like, yeah, those companies make so much money, and it's crazy how like I'm sitting at lunch and I'm watching TV, and I wish I could see sports or something awesome, but I'm listening to a CNN House hearing of the huge tech founders. I don't want to hear that shit while I'm at lunch. Like, that's boring.
yeah, put on fucking basketball or put on something. Don't put on. It's like watching CNET. You ever accidentally press two and
Oh
CNET.
yeah, and it's going like, grrr.
Yeah, and CNET comes on and they're talking about some nonsense in Congress. I don't fucking. Why is that even a channel? Who sits there all day and watches CNET? You're just watching them discuss random garbage in Congress and get
I
nothing
bet a
done.
lot of old people.
I don't even think a lot of old people watch CNET. What's even the point? I feel like it's just one of those random channels that you press on your remote when you're trying to go to the HD channel and it registers as like 2 or 3 and it takes you those channels and they're playing like old 80s music or Congress clips of Congress. Yeah, yeah. Let me play the highlight reel of Congress today.
Yo,
Today
it's
we have
crazy how in Congress there's so many old people.
and nothing gets
It's
done
like a
ever.
geezers are us. Literally, like why can they not put smart young people in there and actually do
The
stuff?
smart young
Except for
people.
literally just knitting and like probably putting like what's that stuff? Gold bond on their dusty pubes.
Yeah, I mean, like when you think about it, no fucking young person wants to sit in a room all day and like debate with these fucking sweater knitters who are
Yeah.
like playing with their fucking kittens and their balls of yarn and knitting like I knitted you a tube sock. Like fucking instead of passing this bill, who cares? I,
Instead
I
of
got
passing the
better.
bill to save lives and save money, yeah, I
Yeah,
can make you this tube sock.
yeah, I got better shit. Like young people have better shit to do, more important shit
Yeah.
to do, at least in their heads.
Yeah, but that's enough. Well, that I don't even like talking about that political
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, that
but it's
shit's
just funny to
garbage.
talk about. But I think it's time for our funnies of the week.
Oh my God, there have been some pretty good funnies
Yeah,
of
there's
the week this
some
week.
good funnies this week. So you want to start us off?
Yeah, I think no, you start us off. You start us off with the funnies of the week.
Um, this week I was talking I can't think of one right now.
All right, I got one then. If you can't think of one, I got one then. So, funnies of the week. I was actually reminded of this by you. I guess it's more of like a funnies of the year. Like you know how you have like
Yeah.
a time hop,
Yeah,
and
actually, it does. Funnies of the week doesn't necessarily have to be in this week. It's just putting. It's just the day of the week of the
yeah,
funnies.
right.
So we can.
Um,
Yeah.
so like a time hop. You reminded me that almost a year ago today, we were at Publix, and we were at the. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Publix, but when you walk into
It's a
Publix,
grocery
they've got
store for those
yeah
not from the South.
yeah it's a
Supermarket.
privately owned supermarket, and we walk in and there's a counter for Western Union money transfers,
Yeah.
and in the past. We've had some experience sending money to China to one Shunfa Liang, and about a year ago, we walked into Publix and I received a random money transfer from our friend Shunfa Liang's sister. Just random money in my account for no reason, and picking up the money from Shunfa Liang's sister. Shout out our good friend Shunfa Liang. Shout out Western Union. Shout out Publix.
Yeah, so I guess expanding on that story, Western Union, you send money anonymously to uh to some random wire account, and you pretty much are anonymous. The buyer and the seller are anonymous because you pick up the money at the Western Union stand and they don't have your name, they just have like the number transfer. So a couple years back, one of our friends was trying to buy a fake ID offline from this China store. Uh, and we told him not to do it, super sketch, but he's like, I gotta do it. So the only way to buy fake IDs in the olden days, like all the websites are taken now, is to go online and do a wire transfer via
Via Western
Western
Union.
Union. So my friend did it. He bought them, and he asked me personally. He's like, "Yo, can you go to the Publix to send the
It's a
Western
wire
Union?"
transfer.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, who's it to? Like, what's it for? Like, what blah 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 blah." He's like, "Don't worry about it. It's just for Shunfa Liang." I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
send money to Shunfa Liang in China for this kid's fake IDs."
Yeah,
So
shout out Chun Liang.
So coming back to that was like 5 years ago. Coming back to last year, Jared received a random money wire transfer from a sugar mommy, Shunfa Liang's sister.
Yeah, you really can't for
Just
free
free.
for literally nothing for literally nothing. I just received a wire transfer from Shunfa Liang's sister.
Yeah.
And there's really I can't complain about that. It's free money right into my pocket for literally doing nothing. Sounds like an unemployment check, but it wasn't as much as an unemployment check would be. But it was a wire transfer from our friend Shunfa Liang's sister. Shout out her. Shout out Western Union. Shout out money transfers
Yo,
anonymously.
talking about anonymous money transfers, the rise of Bitcoin is going crazy right now. So I don't know if you guys know about Bitcoin, but it's a cryptocurrency at a huge boom where kids made millions of dollars, and the boom was like in 2018, I believe, and everybody was hopping on it. Going to be the next thing, pretty much a digital currency aside from all the regular currency. It's a super crazy technology and idea that I think is going to be big for the future. And just this past couple of days, Bitcoin hit a 52-week high, and currently, oh, it dipped down. It's still at 11,000, but it was just at $9,000. So if you want to get rich, long-term investment, put a couple of thousand in Bitcoin and see your money boom. And talking about investment in stocks, it's crazy how during the pandemic, a lot of millennials and young Gen Z, younger generations are taking to Robinhood to try and be day traders, and they're actually doing pretty good, outperforming Warren Buffett, outperforming some of the best Wall Street people. Just some young hyper investment
Entrepreneurs.
entrepreneurs. I think it's awesome. I'm in a couple of stocks myself. I think it's cool to play the market, cool to make money, and it's crazy how you can see big social media stars like obviously El Prez, David Portnoy, doing his daily
David
David
J.
Day
Trader
Trader.
Global.
Exactly, David J. Trader Global. Uh, got a meeting with Trump and just helping the stocks boom.
hmm Give us your top three stocks. They don't have to be the most money making, but just three that
Sure,
your personal favorites.
sure. Um, so whenever I think about stocks, I think about what industries for now and the future are going to be crazy. So coming in at number 3, which might hop up to number 1 very quickly, is renewable energy, specifically solar energy, but also wind energy and a lot of different crazy renewable energies. Hydrogen fuel is really big now, but let's talk about solar energy. I invested in this stock called Sunrun, which is a big solar company, and another solar company called Vivint, which is they're just trying to make
homes.
Yeah, smart homes. So they're just trying to make homes run on less energy because all the lights we leave on just sucks energy and contributes to global warming. So like
Shout out solar panels.
so solar panels are going to be huge in the future, and those stocks are booming. I made some good money on Sunrun, and it's pretty high now, but it's still going to rise. Coming in at number 2, I'm not a big fan of these stocks usually, but right now because of the coronavirus, pharmaceutical stocks are on the rise, and
Shout out Martin Shkreli.
especially coronavirus stocks, but also just the rise of people being conscious of like diseases that kill people. So cancer stocks are also on the rise. So I'm invested heavy in this big Israeli company named Kitov Pharmaceuticals it is, and they're working on a oncology kind of treatment, which seems to have really, really promising hopes. One of the best cancer treatments, if they could get it patent approved, they just got approved, and they haven't popped off yet. So get on that before the train leaves.
Shout out Martin Shkreli. Shout out unreleased Wu-Tang Clan album.
Shout out Israel because it's an Israeli company and you knows what those fuckers are doing over there. They're smart as shit.
Yeah, they're fucking smart as shit. They
Shout out the
invented
CEO Isaac Israel.
yeah, and shout out
Kitov.
cherry tomatoes because those were invented in Israel.
Yeah, and so was Waze. Did you know that?
I did know that. I
Yeah.
did know that. Shout out Waze.
Crazy app.
Yeah, great app.
I was driving home from
avoid
school.
those cops.
Yeah, and it says there's a cop right here. 2 people reported it. I'm like, yeah, thanks guys, and then I didn't get pulled over.
Yeah, shout out fuck 12.
Going back to the number 1 stock right now, I am going to go with, let's see, the number 1 stock of right now.
Your number 1 stock.
My number 1 that I'm just waiting on is a lot of blank check merger companies. Instead of a company, so stocks are weird. Instead of a company coming from private to public via an initial public offering, an IPO, some private companies are merging with blank check companies that already exist. So there's this company called OPES, OPES, and it just is an acquisition that acquires companies. And they're acquiring BurgerFi, and this deal is already signed. And once their ticker changes from OPES to BurgerFi, it's going to explode. I didn't think BurgerFi was a solid burger, but I hadn't had it in 5 years. And then Jared just told me to go. And I pulled up to BurgerFi in Gainesville, and it was some fire shit. Like they have crazy burgers, and
shout out BurgerFi.
People that are health nuts, like they're super organic and really like focus on the product.
Really health and product conscious and
great burger.
Yeah, a great burger. They also have those Coke freestyle machines. I know that you're a big soda guy.
Love those style machines. That you can't get cherry vanilla Coke just in the stores. You got to get the style machine.
Yep, yeah, or peach Fanta. I'm a big peach Fanta guy. Whenever I go to those Coke freestyle machines, I always get peach Fanta. Even though I'm not a big soda guy. Shout out water. So yeah, BurgerFi, great burger. I don't know much about stocks, but I can assume that'll be a great investment, especially when the ticker changes to BurgerFi and people know. Let the people know.
Low key. Yeah, so that rounds it up for our investment tips.
Talk. Yeah,
for sure.
All right, let's go into on Friday or Thursday night. Yeah, I guess Friday at what would you call that?
Yeah.
Midnight.
Midnight
on Friday. 2 of the hottest artists right now, Future, aka Pluto, and Lil Uzi Vert, aka Baby Pluto, dropped 2 new songs. One called Patek, which I actually didn't listen to because the explicit version is not available in the United States via Apple Music. Very disappointing, probably a glitch. But I listened to the other one. What were your thoughts?
I think Uzi, since he dropped the album this year, best album of the year so far, in my opinion. He said he was going to keep dropping fire, and he hasn't disappointed. I mean, with this song, I did listen to the clean version, I have to say, and both songs are just incredible. Nice little instrumentals there, nice production, and I think I'm not a big Future fan, but Future does. I like Future as features. I like the Future and Drake song, and I like these songs.
Yeah. Future really puts his weight, pulls his weight when he comes in on a feature. He's always been good on Drake songs. He was good on Fine Wine on an ASAP Rocky album. He's great in What's Up on Lil Uzi Vert versus the World 2.
But
Um,
he's not in your Mount Rushmore, is he?
no.
No.
He's not in my Mount Rushmore.
He's
But
not in
you
my
have
Mount
to.
Rushmore either, but I hear some people say that, and like I don't know
I
whether it's
mean,
a yeah.
I've got to put some respect on Future. Put some respect on his name. He's dropped some classics, some
Yeah.
absolute classics with some absolute bangers. Um, but no, I wouldn't put Future in my personal Mount Rushmore.
Who would you put there?
Uh,
Real quick.
that's super hard. If it really depends, because I've got a best of all time Mount Rushmore, and I've also got my personal favorite Mount Rushmore. I
True.
think in my personal favorite Mount Rushmore, I've got to put ASAP Rocky. I've got to put Drake. I've got to put Kendrick Lamar. And
Are there
I don't
four? I
know.
think there's five.
And no, I think there's four on Mount Rushmore. Um, even though I've never been there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put Eminem on my Mount Rushmore as
Is this
well.
your all-time or your favorite?
This is my all-time favorite Mount Rushmore.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah, well, I've got my all-time favorites as well as like all-time rap influence.
Okay.
So all my all-time favorites: ASAP Rocky, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem.
That's solid. That's solid for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's interesting to see what the rap game is going to produce the rest of 2020. I'm excited for it.
yeah. There, you can't not be excited. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, just waiting for these drops, for these music drops. Absolutely,
Yo, shout
some
out
absolute.
ASAP Ferg for dropping the music video to Mazel Tov.
Yeah, shout out and that song with Nicki, that hip song, "Move Your Hips,"
Oh
was
yes.
actually pretty fire. Great beat. I think Ferg went pretty hard on it. I would have liked an extra verse from somebody, maybe another Ferg verse, but I thought it was a pretty good song. I listened to it probably 5 or 6 times in a row when it first came out, um, and I like it. I like it. I'm not going to rate it. I can't really give a rating on a scale because each song really differs and it really depends and it depends on the artist and who's featured and production and all that. But it was a good song. It was a great song actually. I really enjoyed it.
For sure, for sure.
Uh, all right. So today, Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. We had some MLS Cup, MLS back tournament games. We had the last two quarterfinals. San Jose and Minnesota, the underdogs, faced off in the first game. Minnesota coming out on top, 4-1, I believe. And in the second game, a very exciting game between New York City FC, who actually lost in pretty disappointing fashion, um, and were knocked out of this tournament. And Adrian Heath and the Minnesota United will face Orlando City.
Vamos Orlando.
Yeah, Vamos Orlando. Adrian Heath returning, actually the first coach of the original inaugural Orlando City MLS side. That'll be super exciting. And really cares about the other side of the bracket? Philadelphia Union face off against.
Speaking, yeah. Speaking about Orlando City, we've been to a couple Orlando City games, which were pretty fun. And I remember that one game where we walked to the stadium and had to stop off at the 7-Eleven and get some Four Locos. The thing about Four Locos is they're poison, but nobody knows that when they're 15 or 16. You just want to get drunk
smacked,
and
yeah.
go enjoy some soccer on a nice day with your boys. So Jared takes out his Four Locos. We're just drinking them while walking to the stadium. and I turn and he sips it, and as soon as he sips it, it's just projectile vomit everywhere on the road. I'm just dying laughing.
Sometimes the trigger needs to be pulled, and at that point, the trigger needed to be pulled so that I didn't have a random misfire later on in the night. That would have been bad,
Very
especially
wise.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
wise.
And speaking of that game, when we showed up at the stadium, Orlando were actually down 2 goals, and our presence and the energy that we
Of the
brought,
law.
and right, exactly, the presence of the law and the energy that the law provides actually powered Orlando back 2 goals in an absolute classic of a game,
Wow, it was a great game.
and yeah, and tied the score up for a 2-2 draw in an absolute classic,
Yeah,
powered by the law.
for those that don't like soccer, you got to go to American soccer games are fine, but obviously I said the European soccer games would be best. But about the power of the law, that's what I really want to close out today with. Obviously, this is the Law podcast, and we just want to give the power and the warmth of the pleasure of the overwhelming satisfaction of the law to everybody to experience and take in their everyday life.
Yeah, and it's really a bountiful force that needs to be shared with others, and those who accept the law into their lives and accept the law into their hearts and their homes, really
On your
haven't.
doorstep,
Yeah, yeah,
bake the law for your neighbors. Nice, right when they
yeah,
move in.
yeah, exactly, and those who've accepted it, although not many, um, will testify about how great and awesome the power of the law is, and you really can't
Yeah,
argue with that.
just keep up with our episodes, follow the law, be a viber, and stay cool.
Yeah.